Hello and welcome to the Sales Game Virtual Edition. My name is Steve Clayton, the co-founder and co-creator of the Sales Game with my good friend and business partner, Darcy J. Smythe. The purpose of this video was a quick walkthrough, a quick tutorial on how to use the game menu, how to essentially navigate through the app, and to make sure that you're all set up for your game to have the best experience possible. So once you've logged in to salesgame.app after creating your player registration, you'll land on the dashboard, and the dashboard is essentially that overarching screen where it has your grand prize, some details of your game, the game principles where all of your learnings will funnel into, as well as the game rules. And obviously the outcome of this game is to leave with the most chips at the end of the game and the end of the rounds. There is a mini transfer menu here, and this is where you can actually select the other players that you want to transfer chips to. And on the right hand side here is a quick little menu where it'll show you your current position, your current chip count, who's in the top 3 lead, along with a notifications tab, which is quite helpful as we go through some of the other features of the game. Moving on the left hand side, we have the leaderboard where you can see who's in the lead all the way through. And obviously you as a player will be highlighted here so you can see how you're tracking. The transactions screen here is actually where you can see how your chips are flowing in and out, along with the notes. And we find that when you use the note feature, essentially it's the reason for the transaction, we find that's really helpful for your learning experience because you can go back to reflect how did chips flow in, how did chips flow out, and what were the reasons behind it. This is a secondary transfer button on the side here. This is really helpful when we get to the arena, which we'll show you in a second, along with a social feed. And so we've created the social feed just like it would be on LinkedIn or the likes. This is where you can create a post and essentially gain the attention of your other players, likes and comments the same, along with a round review. Now the round review is really powerful for your own learning experience. As we mentioned, the game principles are here, and we believe these are some of the most important things when it comes to sales and business development, and that is to consistently develop higher levels of self-awareness, higher levels of emotional intelligence, understanding how other people work, the backing of self, essentially how do you work when you may be full of fear and anxiety or whatever it may be, how much courage can you take in your particular game. And then lastly is the backing of others, your ability to support and collaborate and wish to see others do well. And so at the end of every round, we give you time to journal, and you can simply type in these boxes here along with an action plan moving forward. And at the end, you hit a submit button. And at the end of your game, you'll actually get a fully 100% personalized action plan as well as a journal for you to use for ongoing learnings as you go. But the main button that you want to really use as soon as you log in is to hit the Show Arena button. Now the Show Arena button is where you actually hang out for most of your game, and this is where you navigate through the map, you collaborate with other people, and essentially it kind of works like Zoom, where you join, you turn your camera and mic on. Hello everyone. I'll unmute myself here. And this is essentially where you move around the map, and depending on which room you're in and how many other seats are taken, you can see I'm sitting here and we're empty for this tutorial. But as they join your table, they'll pop up and their video will actually show here as well. And so you can collaborate and join and network, as we mentioned. Now, to navigate around the map, it's super easy. All you need to do is double click, and you'll see I'll pop over to this table, does a very quick refresh, and then I'm back in. So again, if there's more players around here, they'll pop up. One helpful tip when you're in rooms with many players is to hit the tile view button. As you'll see, it expands out. And so instead of having a number of small little windows along the top here, it'll fill out your screen nicely. Cool. So once you're in the arena, this is where you're actually going to be spending most of your time, as we said, but we've made it so you don't really even have to leave here if you don't want to from a navigation point of view. So down the bottom right hand side here, you'll see a little spanner, a little toolbar, and that's where you can see, again, who's in the lead, where your current position is in the leaderboard, but also a notifications window, which is really helpful if you're producing content on the social feed or when chips are flowing in and out. You'll actually be notified, so you'll be able to see how your game is tracking. So there it is, a couple of quick tips to hopefully help you get set up with some of the basics for your game. We're looking forward to sharing the experience with you, and personally I'd love to see how you approach the game. It's going to be really exciting, so looking forward to seeing you soon, and trust that this video has been helpful. Cheers.